Hello friends, welcome to my channel again. Welcome to Daily Code Challenges. All right, today we have another exciting code challenge to work on. Okay, all right, so let me close this and zoom this a little bit in so that we can see. All right, so let me show what we have for today. It says sum array. Write a function sum array that takes in an array of numbers and returns the total number of all the numbers. All right, so looking at line 6 and 7, we have some array arguments. We have 5, 6, 4, we have 7, 3, 9, 11. So here we can see that 5 plus 6 plus 4 gives us 15. Similarly, 7 plus 3 plus 9 plus 11 gives us 13. How do we solve it? What are the steps needed to implement the code of this challenge? All right, so what I intend doing first is I am going to declare a variable and set it to a value 0, right? So that 0 is going to add every number in this array, right? So we are we are actually going to loop through every number of this array, and while we are looping through, that value which was initially 0 will be adding every of this number, right? And y itself gets updated. Okay, so here is what I mean. Let's implement the code. Let's begin by writing our function keyword and change the name to sum array. Okay, so params, we change params also to array. And the next thing we want to do is we need to loop through each of these values, right? So we are going to use a for loop. We say for, and I go for the autocomplete. Then I change index variable to I. That's my favorite actually. Then I remove this line of code. We don't need it. All right, so the next we need to do is to declare is to assign a value 0 to a variable name, right? So using let, because that variable name will not be a constant value. It is going to be a value that keeps updating, right? As more numbers are being added to it. So we use the let keyword. We say let okay, what variable name should we give this number? Let's call it sum of numbers, right? Let's call it sum num. So we say let sum num equals 0, right? So what this is going to mean is that we are going to add sum num, which is 0, to the first item. Then it gets updated, and the updated value comes here. Then when adding the next one again, the updated value adds to the next one, which is 6, and the update goes that way. So here we simply say sum num plus each of these values, that's array of I or array I, right? So whatever the value is going to be here. So here we understand that the default value of sum num is 0. So we say 0 plus 5, right? So the value of this is being assigned to the variable sum num, right? So this becomes 0 plus 5, that's 5. Sum num is now equal to 5, and it's updated here as 5, right? Now then the loop continues, it moves to the next item, that's 6. Now here we know sum num is now 5, right? So we have 5 plus array of I here, which is 6. That's 5 plus 6, 11. Sum num here becomes 11, and it gets updated here as 11, right? Now looping again to the next item, we have sum num, which is 11. 11 plus 4, which is the next item, that's 15. That means sum num here is equal to 15, and it's also updated here. Then the next thing we need to do is we need to return this value sum num. We say return some num. So let's save this and see if our code works well. Let's run our code. All right, so we have 15 and 30, which are the exact results that we are expected to get, right? So our code implementation works very, very well. So let's try some other. Let's invoke this function using some other arguments. So let's copy this. Let's add more. Let's just add one of it. So let's use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's save. Let's run this and see. So we get 15. So the sum of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 gives us 15, right? So we remove this 30, we write 15. Let's copy this also. Let's add more. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's save this and let's run. So we get 55, right? So the sum of numbers between 1 and 10 and 1 and 10 inclusive gives us 55. So we get 55 here. Let's remove this 15 and simply write 55. Okay, so this is how I'm able to implement the sum of numbers in an array, right? So we can use this to achieve so many things when it comes to writing codes, doing projects and that. All right, so thank you very much for joining me. If you enjoyed today's episode, kindly like this video, subscribe to this channel, Dev with Excel, and also turn on the notification so you can as well get notified when I drop new videos, right? Okay, so thank you very much and hope to see you tomorrow. Have a nice time. Bye.